Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander with Bona Adhesives.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure about that.
Because I thought that was I'm Rob Johnson with
What are you?
the Bona Training.
All right, Rob. Hey, we have some really special guests here today, and we'll go ahead and get right to it. And first of all, let me introduce our guest, Lenny Hall from Endurance Floors down there in Miami. Miami, Lenny?
Yeah, I say
I know
Miami
you-
because it's
Yeah.
the biggest town nearby. Yeah.
Okay. And actually, if you're listening to the podcast, and you're not seeing the podcast. What are those pyramid-shaped things behind you?
These walnut spikes that I have behind me,
Yeah. What?
there are seven of them. Those seven little dwarves.
Well, how tech is that? No, man, good stuff. There's a lot of Floor of the Year trophies behind you, man. And I
Yeah.
know most everybody knows Lenny and um, uh, sensational hardwood floor contractor down there in Miami, Florida. Sensational instructor. Has given so much back to the NWFA. We're really honored to have you on the show, Lenny. And we also have, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Jakko Woudenberg.
Yeah, no, all right, Jakko Woudenberg.
Well, okay,
But
well,
it's Woudenberg is it's okay.
all right, I'll take that. So let me just set this up real quick. First of all, Lenny reached out to me, and I've been following this for a while now. And Lenny reached out to me, and he goes, "Hey, we have this opportunity to bring this really masterpiece hardwood floor to the NWFA for everybody to get a look at." And he's set up a GoFundMe page and man, I mean, so and Janko's responsible for this, and also kind of known as the Dutch wood artist. He did the Night Watchman. Is it Night Watchman, right? The Rembrandt's
It's the night,
masterpiece?
yeah, it's the Nightwatch,
Night
Rembrandt's
Watch.
Nightwatch.
Yes, yeah, okay. Um, and just to give you some background on this real quick, so we can move on. I think 195,000 pieces of wood made this work of art. 45 species of wood in 52 different colors. Wrap your head
52,
around.
52 species of wood.
Yeah, 52 species of wood. Okay, I had 45. I was close. Wrap your head around 195,000 pieces of wood to make this beautiful display. It took 2.5 years of preparation, hundreds of hours of cutting and gluing, and countless people involved to make this happen. And if I get this right, you said you dedicated yourself fully to this project, sold everything you owned, including your house, and moved into a small apartment to raise funds for this. So my very first question for you is, are you married?
No,
Okay.
I got I got divorced, and that's you could say the divorce is the was the step to moving our craft to art.
Well, I'll tell
So
you, it is absolutely extraordinary. I mean, it's just hard to imagine. I got so many questions for you, and you guys can chime in. Lenny, you chime in anytime you guys want. But first thing, I did you ever think about giving up in this process? Did you
yeah,
ever think about?
absolutely, yeah, but not really, not really.
Yeah, yeah,
It's more that you have moments that you say from okay, I'm really done with this,
yeah,
but the day after you pick it up again. So
yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah,
I have to before I have to congratulate you before I do anything else, and it's honored to talk to you. I mean, the dedication to this, and it is we don't often see it in today's day and age of throw them down fast, cookie cutter, everything. Yeah, and there's a housing developed down the road from me. They built 200 houses in a matter of a few months. Everything's cookie cutter. Everything's all the same. Everything to really a masterpiece of work of art in today's day and age. I think is almost more incredible than any time in our history, with so many distractions and cell phones and money and all these other obligations that come at us. For you to take the time involved, it's just unbelievable to me, and that you've shared it with the industry and other people It even says even more about you. So really, congratulations on this.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's more that let's say it's 9 years ago, I started with Dutch wood artists. It was more that I started to see that in our craft is already an art form, and many people do not see it. There are guys in our field who are already yeah, actually building art floors. But there's one thing that misses, and that's also what I'm going to talk about at the convention,
Okay.
and that is meaning, uh, uh, because meaning. If a floor of an object gets meaning, it gets its why it's created, that it gets a story, then it moves to art. Without it, it stays design.
Mhm.
So it's kind of really difficult to explain what art actually is, but most of some of the guys in our field are already doing it, but it misses meaning. So and I hope really to inspire and really looking forward if more people in our field start to understand what we do, because I think we are already artists,
Mhm.
some of them, and yeah, we can. Uh, Three ring floor, I did.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yep.
That's the same. That's because there is a story also in if there's a why he's there. It's not only a floor and a stair. There's a why, and that's the same with the Nightwatch. There's a why. It's not the why from Rembrandt or
Mhm.
why he's painting it. For me it was a whole process figuring out why the Nightwatch, because it was 25 years ago when I was a student parquet floor layer. We were laying a floor, and that's where I questioned myself: would it be possible to create the Nightwatch in wood? That
Mhm.
my colleague
So
thought
that
hey man, we are we are laying down a floor. What is the Nightwatch doing with with it? And yeah, there's
So,
also also funny. It's like, I don't even like the painting myself. Really, it's
wow.
I really find it, but it's not that it's not good done. Eh? It's really good done. But
Yeah,
but but
yeah.
it's chaotic, and it's I don't know.
So so that was like 25 years ago, you say this spark in your head about this?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. So let me ask Lenny. Lenny,
yeah.
how did you two meet?
Well, actually, it was in 2019, I believe, in the Poland
20,
work camp parquet.
2020 Domotex.
Oh, 20 Domotex. Okay, see, I've met so many people I can't remember. So in Germany, Domotex, I was out there with the work camp people, and we were hand cutting parquet squares for a display there. And so if that's exactly where we met, and since then, wood guys are friends for life. So when I found out that Jakko was coming to speak at NWFA, I sent him a text. Hey, man. Let's get together before or after the show or whatever when you come in. And during our text conversations, he explained to me that he was really having a struggle trying to see anybody over there in the Netherlands to help him bring the piece over to the United States. Because, if you're in the Netherlands, the last thing you are interested in is what's in the United States.
Hmm.
And I can understand his difficulty. So after a few conversations, it just dawned on me, hey, why don't I just try GoFundMe and see how that works? And yeah, it's a slow start, but it's starting to pick up pace now. So, but let me just get an update on the GoFundMe as of today of this recording. But I
Yeah.
know we're going to be 7, 8 days later. The GoFundMe must still continue on, even though we have reached unofficially today the funds able to transport it from the Netherlands to the United States. What we didn't know and didn't expect, but I'm now finding out, is there's going to be added fees on the USA side. First off, the company that organizes the event for Expo, they charge every time they touch a pallet.
Yeah.
The people at the convention center, they may have to charge for its location and possible security and a bunch of other things.
Mhm.
And so we're going to just continue to fundraise after it actually gets here to the States. And
Looking
so
at
that's the reason why I texted you, hey man, give me a little 2-second blurb, but I didn't expect the whole
yeah.
podcast out of it. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to be on air and display our want to get this to the United States.
Lenny,
Well,
this show is starving for content. So whatever we could
Oh, I'll
do
give you.
to,
Listen, if you want
yeah,
content, I'll give you
yeah,
content. I got no problem with that.
whatever we could do to fill
Well, let
45
me
minutes, we're
well
gonna,
let me plug
yeah,
Bona in
this
on
is
this one.
awesome.
Let me give a plug to Bona about this one and related to what Jaco was just saying about why things have to have meaning. Even though we do, and I say we, all of our installer and sand and finisher friends in the industry, we are artists because we decide by meaning why we put a board where it is, why we decide that type of finish, why we sand the floor a certain way. We decide all sorts of things, and the art form really manifests itself with the end result of the product. When I was tasked to lead the team to do the 100-year anniversary panel that was going to be sent to Malmo, Sweden at the NWFA headquarters, Bona brought in a bunch of guys that were super talented. And as we were building this thing, we were tasked to put in the you wouldn't want to call it a logo, but I guess the representation of the 100 years of Bona was this like brilliant reflective light thing with shades of blue colors, and it said bringing the beauty in wood floors since 1919. So when I made the panel with these guys, we were designing it. First off, we incorporated that logo by using Bona Sport paints and
mm,
tinted them in different shades. You guys had seen the panel, I know that.
mhm.
I also created the fact that it was a 100-year panel. Mike Dittmer came up with the idea and he ordered it. He came up with a Swedish coin from 1919. So we put that in the center plug. So that had meaning. And then ultimately the two quietest what I call hidden Mickeys in the panel there are two borders made out of small mosaics, just like Jakko built the Nightwatch with, but those mosaics are in Morse code. And it's the Morse code of the Bona phrase, bringing the beauty in wood floors since 1919. And
Wow.
only unless you know Morse code and really can
Mhm.
see that in the pattern, the meaning of that border is the Morse code's message. And then ultimately, the little scroll work in the fretwork on the corners is a very loosely artistic 100 because we weren't able to put words or any kind
Right.
of physical symbols in the floor. So I did that
Wow.
with meaning. So Jack and I are in the same wavelength of
Yeah,
why things
yeah.
have to have meaning.
Yeah, it's and just so the listeners know, how would they get to the GoFundMe page again?
You'll have to put a link on your thing, or they can
Okay.
go to the GoFundMe site or follow Yako, follow me,
Yeah.
follow because I'm posting every day, daily updates and daily pleads
Okay.
for donations to the project.
It's so funny
Hey, Yato, I
because
just want you to know that I donated before I knew you were coming on the show.
same
Okay.
and when
Yes.
When Lenny reached out to me and I seen that with
You,
the
you
GoFundMe.
thought he's gonna say something about it, or not?
Well,
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
here was my plan. So when Lenny first reached out to me, I donated the GoFundMe page, and I thought, on the podcast, I'm going to put Rob on the spot and say, "Hey, I donated, so you need to donate." But he had already donated, so so for the listeners, any kind of small donation, everything helps. I mean, it is a wonderful. You can imagine the amount of time and everything, and this is a once in a lifetime floor. Really, it is.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. So, and if you're going to the convention, just every little bit, as the monkey said when he peed in the ocean, every little bit helps. Anything you can give at all would really mean a lot, and it would be great to see this work
You
of
know what
art.
I'm finding on that list, Wayne, is that there are some non-wood floor people that have donated money, and I thought that was amazing because I
Wow.
would recognize, a large number of the names. I recognized them right away,
Yeah.
and then I would see a name and like, well, who is that? Well, first off, I know that three of my personal friends who are not in the wood floor industry, they pitched in.
Ve-
And
ve-
then I see some other names. I see some other names. I was talking to Low Country, by the way, Low Country, which is Kent Rogerson
Yep.
and Jamie Lambert. They called me on early Monday morning, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, and they said, "Hey, look, if you put out that such and such, we'll match funds." And I said, "Seriously?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah, we'll
Wow.
match funds up to this limit." And sure enough, man, they became one of the largest private contributors to the Nightwatch fundraising. As a matter of fact, which was
Wow.
amazing.
I was
Wow.
gonna say they're class guys, and I'm not
They are,
surprised.
yeah,
And
yeah, and Randy Stewart was another one because between the two of them, I guess they were in competition of who's going to raise more
ah
money than the other one down there in South Carolina. So it was a good job. Good job on
uh
both of them.
yeah, and I saw a TikTok. Josh Hansen put a video out, and actually what he did was pretty cool because he put one of your I guess pieces of wood, that's how big it is,
It's a
and
sugar
that
cube.
it's a sugar cube, yeah. And imagine 195,000. He put a great story together and put it on
Yeah,
TikTok. Is Oscar also asking, so a
yeah.
lot went into it. Yako, you have a lot of people in your corner, a lot of really good people, rooting for you here. Okay.
I find it absolutely amazing what happened, and that I see so many of my colleagues and also other persons in the uh, United States stepping up for me and say this thing needs to be seen. That does
Yeah.
something with me. You know,
Good.
it's yeah.
Well, good, then let's talk about this piece. So I have got so many questions for you, and Rob does too. So we'll kind of make them quick. Um, when it first started to take shape, and you could see the vision of all the, 25 years ago the seed was planted. Then you're cutting up these squares, and all you're doing is cutting up these squares and everything. And then you start putting them together. When it first started to take shape, and you could first see the vision take place, what was that like for you?
in digital form or in physical form.
In digital form?
No, that was a whole process. I told you it was that was not easy because um, uh, it, what we did actually we did something you actually cannot do, and that is giving a wood species an RGB value. An RGB value, every color is built up on RGB value, red, green, and blue. And that depends on the difference, and that makes a color, and that's how you create all the colors, or how do you say that, roll numbers, or
Yeah,
yeah, it's not easy, not roll, but you know what I mean. They have
yeah,
a so
The
we had
Pantone
to,
numbers.
yeah, the paint tone numbers, or
Pantone
whatever,
numbers.
and we
Yeah.
had to give a wood species now a paint tone number. But that's really hard because every wood species, every centimeter of a piece of wood is different,
yeah.
not only on structure, on color, uh, but it's different. So how are you going to define a wood a color? Yeah, the number of, how do you say that? It's so that's
How
really
many
hard.
variations of color are
Yeah,
on one
that's
piece of wood?
amazing. So
Yeah.
that's really difficult to
Look at
say
me
from,
on
okay.
fire today, Monday morning.
So then what happened? So we knew eventually there was a guy called Senne. He wrote a program for me, and there was also Marcel. There was another guy who uh, 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 gave the input image
Hmm.
for the system that Senna built. The system of Senna divides actually where every wood species comes into the painting, which is going to be uh, most near the color what it should be.
Mm.
Um, and at first we are only looking at colors at the screen, and eventually, after a long time and a lot of work between these two guys, and me, and constantly looking, okay, this needs to be better, this is not good enough, this is going wrong. Then I asked Xander, like, hey man, I want to see how this looks in wood. So started programming again, and eventually I got with all the species in. I could see how it would look uh, in a kind of, because here he takes like it's the same picture, you know.
Yep.
So it's the same picture of the wood, and he changed the picture like he turned them and he took pieces out of but it's still the same photo he took that Marcel took from the wood. So you will never get the natural differences and structures. What will get into the physical part, but let's say we got to like 80% of
Right.
how it might look. So that was already amazing, and we were still looking at the computer screen. So and eventually I thought, okay, this is not good because I need to see it much more bigger. That's when I bought this television you see behind,
Yep.
because I thought I need to see this on a bigger screen. Like, and then you still see not all of it,
Not
because
the whole. Yeah.
no, the Nightwatch, this is like 1.5 square meter or whatever. So in the Nightwatch is like 20 square meters. So it's so you had to root through the to the painting to see it all, and
Wow.
so how you could zoom in. And we knew uh, uh, that the physical object would be totally different. If I create now another one, it will look totally different.
So okay, so then now you got it down and you're sanding it. You getting it sanded. When the oil first went on the floor, yeah, and you're putting the craft oil on for the first time and it's starting to come to life after all that work. I mean, that had to
Now,
be amazing.
first, there was a kind of disaster. What I knew would happen, and that was with one species did not come out the right way
Okay.
in the physical object. So we had to take out 17,000 pixels.
Oh my God. So wait, did you say
Yeah, but
70,000?
yeah, it's
I
I
once
think
had
it's
a homeowner like that.
it's like
Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah,
it wasn't good. So
17,000 boards, right? Don't
it
like that
needed to
board.
get out, and I saw it already in the digital part, and I started to see, and then when I got back to the artwork, and I started to see how much work that is. That was a moment that I really thought, no, you got to be joking me. This is really a lot of work.
Wow.
And because you cannot, first you put the I don't know the name for it. It's like the fresh you have to
A chisel.
to
It's a chisel.
so you
Chisel.
have to, yeah. So you make a hole, and then you have to go with a
Router?
vital. I don't know what's the English word for it, but very slowly and difficult, because otherwise you're gonna take out other species,
Right.
and or you're gonna break them and whatever. So that was the most frustrating part of the work.
Yeah, so you know what? That's a very let's stop here because that's a very good point. So this is, I mean, when guys are doing stuff like this, the lesson here to this not to give up or get frustrated, because there will be issues, there will be challenges. It's not going to go smooth. You'll run across things. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You will run into problems
Yeah. Okay.
because
So
it's never done. So you have to figure out if it's done. Yeah. Now, if I have to create a new one, that is much easier.
and this is where I've only done one on by no means comparing it to this, but I've only done one really with the artistic floor. And it is at that time that I realized I understand why artists go crazy, because where do you stop? Where does the art stop? When is enough enough? And when do you know what I mean? And you pull back.
It's never enough. It's never enough. Every answer gives another question. So
Yeah.
and that doesn't stop. I will never be satisfied about the physical object, and I still also I'm busy with the process of the story. What is the story? What is with me
Yeah.
and the Nightwatch? What is it
Yeah.
telling me? And what do I want to tell with it? And
Yeah.
what is it?
Have you figured it out yet?
Yeah, what
Kind
is
of.
it?
Yeah, what is it? I figured it out kind of way. And uh, but the more I see in it, the more I start to see more things, the more connections and yeah. So I do not want to say I do not want to say everything in the podcast because I'm also gonna talk about
Okay,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. Um,
So
so when you do a job, I mean, this one is unique in that it's not really for anybody in particular, right? I mean, you're not selling it to somebody, but when you do, like you did the floor rings one, how do you approach custom commissions like that? I mean, what information do you need from your clients, and how do you go about charging for work like
yeah,
that?
that is really difficult. That is really difficult. But the best thing, the best advice, what I will, what I can give, I think, is um, it make a kind of offer in the sin like I think it's gonna cost this amount, yeah,
Hmm.
to build it, to create it, or put it down, or whatever you call it. But let's say like this is the price for me working on it with what, 4 people, 3 months. That is the price. X materials. Yeah.
Yep.
After you say I'll expect that I'll be finished then. But if I'm not finished, because you really do not know if you are
Yep.
gonna be finished at that point,
Yep.
then I'm gonna charge hours further on. And if they do not accept it, then let someone else do it because
Hmm.
you will get into problems. If you start doing crazy stuff or things you never done before that are really difficult, what you have to figure out into the work, you will and if yeah, it's a done price. You cannot do these things for a done price.
Yeah.
It's uh,
How much latitude do clients have to influence the final design?
um I think not because if the client uh, uh, starts working on what you have in your mind,
Mhm.
then it will never come out. I think you're going to make your worst work.
You are a true artist,
Hmm.
Jakko. You really are. And to be able to to hold your ground and say, "Listen, I have this design in mind. This is my creation, and this is what it's going to be," and not allow other people to influence you,
This is my
especially because,
vision. This is my vision, not yours.
yeah,
Exactly. Then
Yeah.
build it yourself, you know?
yeah,
I
Yeah.
love it.
best answer I've ever heard.
Hey,
Yes.
I can tell you from personal experience on the few that I've done, and dealing with clients that want to have something other than just normal everyday cookie cutter floor, is that you as the contractor have discussions. You get a feel for what it is that they're wishing to have. They do give you some creative inputs, but they don't
Mhm.
have any involvement in the actual process of or the end creation of it. They can't come into your project and say, oh, I don't want that species of wood, or I think that's going to be different over there. No, you basically just have some agreement to what that you think that you can create for them. And then they have to understand right from the beginning that they are then hands off until the end. And as Jaco said, you have to do it also with an open agreement that you're going to do honest work, honest full-time work on that project. You're not going to skip here and there. And if it does run longer, then they need to know that they are definitely commissioning a piece, then you have to pay whatever it takes to get it done. And at the same time, as an artist, wood floor artist myself, there are times where I've gone and undid my own work to redo it again just to make sure that it was the best I could possibly do, because you really are never satisfied. But you have to be real. You have to understand
Yeah.
that you always strive for perfection, but you never get it. And art is really not perfect anyway. So
Yeah.
the difference between some wood floor art designs and things that are done by hand versus like a CNC machine, vastly different when you put them hand to hand. And that's what
Hmm.
people are paying for, something that's unique. All of my projects I've ever given to people for the commissions, whether it be even just a standard medallion or a complete free flow art, they understand that that's one of one. And
Yeah.
there's no other like it on the planet,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be duplicated again. It may be themed at another job site, but the actual art itself will not be duplicated again. So it's always one of one, and there are people who just get off on knowing that they have one of one.
You know, I think Lenny, you're so good. I think we take you for granted. I really do. Cause I've used seen you in the schools do so many different things. You know, I mean, on the spur of the moment, and where if I would even approach that type of work, it would take me forever just figuring it out, and you'd be done by the time I was
Well,
already trying to figure out how to do it.
I'm going to give you the secret to that right now. Give you the secret to that. I can't tell you how many countless hours and weekends I've spent in my shop practicing the things that look easy when people see me do it. It's not easy at all. It just takes practice. It's like anything. It's like anything else that you do in the world. If you want to be a good fisherman, you gotta, one, find a great teacher, and then practice, 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 practice. And until you do all that, you're not gonna just get a boat and a rod and some bait and go out there and start scoring big fish. You just
Yep.
aren't. And the
Yep.
same thing with any sport. You need a coach. Unfortunately for me, in my early years, there was no coach. I mean, when I
Mhm.
started, there was no NWFA, and I didn't even know NWFA had even any classes till 1997, and it just expanded from there on. My universe of connections and people, and seeing things that the NWFA had in the Hardwood Floors magazine back in the day. I mean, people like Alan Pine, Gene Klotz, Dave Marslak, all these people inspired me to say, "Hey, man, I could do something really cool." But what people don't see is all the practice in the background, all the
Yep.
thousands and thousands of free throw shots that Michael Jordan took, all the thousands and thousands of hours of throwing a football through a little tire hoop, and all the other stuff that sports guys do. Wood floor guys who are at this level, I can promise you, have done the same thing. It's just nobody sees it.
True,
And
and also,
there's another thing now, Lenny. I really found out, and also with WordCamp Pakket, but I see it in my colleagues in the Netherlands. I see now what is happening, like you guys there in the States stepping up for me. It's like every, the guys must know, especially the younger guys must know we are a kind of, yeah, wherever you go in the world and you talk to a floor layer, yeah, there's direct connection. They will tell you
yeah.
everything. They will explain it to you how it works. So ask everything you do not know, ask
Hmm.
it to someone who knows.
Yeah.
But in our field, in our community, because I really see us as a sort of strange community, uh,
Mhm.
but they will, most of them will help you. They do. They
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah.
How do I do this? Can you explain it? I don't know how. Just ask. Don't be, I don't know how. Okay, I cannot do it. Just ask.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the big changes in the industry. If you go back to my dad and my grandfather, they never wanted to share anything. They
Mhm.
didn't want to tell anybody how they were doing anything. Now, everybody reach out and you'll find a mentor tomorrow easily. Everybody
absolutely.
wants to
Absolutely.
help everybody out. I think that's one of been the biggest changes in the industry, where it's no secret. With everybody is just dying to share
The
with
growing
somebody
sits in
else.
the growing sits in the giving.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
life is about growing and giving. So,
Yeah.
Since Wayne and I started doing the podcast too, it's amazing the listeners we have all over the world, and the brotherhood of our listeners. And it's really all through, we've all been through the same story. Like when you said I had to change out 17,000 boards, there's going to be a ton of listeners going, Yep, I remember my job where
Yeah.
it felt like I had to
Yes,
change out
exactly. Yeah, I know.
17,000 boards.
And I think he said 70,000. Am I correct? 70,000
7-0. I think it
pieces.
was 7-0.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no, 17.
Oh,
17.
Okay,
70.
70.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
But
Okay.
it's
it sounded
trust
better at
me.
70.
Yeah,
It sounded
yeah.
better
You
at
guys
70.
should all know you guys should all know I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong.
Okay, you said
17,000.
you brought up a name that I wrote down before the show, Lenny, is Gene Klotz. And
Oh, yeah.
Jakko, if you don't know who Gene Klotz is, Gene Klotz with Renaissance inlay floors. He's passed away now, but I would like for you to look him up
Well,
because
I think it's his sister still running this place
yes,
in Europe.
in Europe. But
Yeah.
I would like you to look him up, Yaakov, when you get a chance, because he was a one of one in our industry, an
Yeah.
unbelievable artist that I said will never happen again in our lifetime. So he did a different. He did a lot of inlays, marquetry, and what have you. He was a master in Poland. So you might find
Interesting.
you might find him interesting.
I'll ask Lenny for the link.
There
Yeah,
you
I'll send
go.
it to you later.
Yeah. Right. So let's see. How do you manage your clients' expectations? And we kind of talked about that. Are there other artists and craftspeople that you like to collaborate with? And what comes out of those collaborations? And I think you're in the what is the parquetry group in Europe? Is that what that is, Lenny?
Wood Camp Parquet was
Yeah.
basically a nonprofit volunteer group that I tell people over here when people ask me why I'm going over to these European countries to do work, is I say it's like Doctors Without Borders, but for wood floors.
Ah,
We
okay.
go there voluntarily. We go there to give our time and our energy. We go there to collaborate with other people of like mind and thoughts about how to take care of wood floors. And we are basically tasking to resurrect a community or a public building that's just been in disarray. Either we're trying to salvage it, replace it, recondition it, all sorts of different things. Each project's uniquely different. And when I was reached out by them because they saw my work on social media, at first I thought, well, who are these people? And then, a couple conversations later, I find myself flying over to Poland and working there in a Polish castle for 9 days. And it was freaking brilliant, man. It was awesome.
Wow.
If anybody ever has the opportunity to go to Europe to work, do it for free because there's no money you can pay to have that kind of experience, period.
Mhm.
There's none. And so that's how it started. And yeah, I've done 6 trips over there. And yeah, I haven't been lately. Other things in my life on this side have been keeping me busy, but yeah, we'll have to go there again.
So I'll put this question out to both you guys then, because I hear it, Rob, and we hear it all the time that, yeah, I'd love to do this type of work, but nobody in my market will pay for jobs like this. So how would you respond to that?
Yakko, you go first.
Um, with art, it's not the client will find you. If you start doing things that are different, the client will be finding you. But you don't have to start like really big. You just can start with an idea and show that small, like what I really hope what Lenny and I and a couple of other guys now also trying to set up this United Wood Floor Layers where every craftsman who joins is gonna make 1 square meter uh, of an artwork. So you will eventually get a big floor with all little artworks.
Mhm.
So that is I think it will be a good manner to explore and start to feel what art is and what you can do with it. And we all can learn from each other.
Yep.
They're all guys in, so you can talk to them like, "Hey man, I want to do this. How do I do that?" So you're gonna feel it in a practical way. So, but also there's a story. What is the story?
Yeah.
What is the why? Why are you creating this? What is it telling you?
Mhm.
Why do you got this image in your head? What is it? That is what art is about.
Nice.
It's not the physical object. There's the reason why again, and it's really hard to explain this on a podcast. I will try to explain what it is and how it works during my talk at the convention.
Okay, before you go, Lenny, so let's talk about that. You are going to do you're going to speak at the NWFA. What is that going to happen? Is that the beginning, closing, or is there like a
Well,
side?
because this was a literally last minute project. For those who aren't aware, expos are basically generated 10 months out. 10 months
Yeah.
out is when one of the key workers, and there's no pun on her name, but her name is Penny Key, and she is the person who organizes an entire expo. Like everything that you see and experience at expo went through her head hundreds and hundreds of times, variations, iterations, and she just nails it every time. Well, this was getting Jakko to speak, I'm sure was on board way before the idea of bringing the masterpiece over. So I am still, as of this moment of recording, we're trying to figure out where it's going to be in the expo, how it's going to be displayed, where we're going to have Jakko perhaps be on or around that display, other than his already allotted time. So there's a lot of things in the air still have to be worked out, and I'm on my side of the ocean trying to deal with that on behalf of Jakko because he's obviously over there. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So let me just say this: whoever's listening on the podcast, if you've never been to an expo, this is the one you don't want to miss because this piece is going to be there for the 3 days in a space where everybody's going to get to see it. And it's something to see it on social media. It's amazing to talk about it, but as Jaco says, when he was working on it, until he actually sees it in wood, you don't have that emotional connection to it. But I think once people see this thing, it's gonna be outrageous. So if you have not been to Expo, come this show of any other show ever.
Now, I
To me,
thought where Lenny was going to go with that was because Bone is finally bringing me to the expo. So if you
yeah, yeah.
never
Actually, I didn't
been,
know that. I did not know that.
This is-
I would have added that in.
yeah, this is the one to go to because,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so, and also to meet the artist behind it, it'd be very
Yeah.
cool, and then and what have you. I want to say before I go any further, also give credit to Madeline Dennebaum. I hope I'm pronouncing your
Oh
name
boy.
right, Madeline, with Bona on our marketing side, who really fought to get the donations, and everything.
Yeah.
So, how do you go? Can you now go back to doing just a simple floor now?
You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. I go. Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. But I got more ideas, so I hope to uh, to go further in doing more creative things with my work because I'm full of ideas.
I
So
was gonna say I mean any tortured artist, and I consider myself at one time being that, like, I was obsessed when I get an idea for a floor in my head, you just get obsessed with it. So I know you got one floating around in your head somewhere, one you want to do, and I know Letty, you're the same.
Oh, I've
You
got a
got
couple. I just haven't found the client. I haven't found the client who's crazy enough to let me do it.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing. As I said, it takes a while,
yeah.
but they will find you eventually. And as Jaco said, you start small. When I started into the design side of wood flooring, because before that it was just vanilla, 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 a little scoop of chocolate, now again vanilla, vanilla, and then you realize that there's more to this than just vanilla. And then in order to get it, I was just in my shop on the weekends again, practicing hours and practicing, cutting, making things geometric, making things aligned right, making things nice and tight, and tolerances to it. Now I'm pretty much well known for thousandths of an inch tolerances on my work. But
Mhm.
that being said, all these little practice pieces, I put them out into the public for they could see it. I would send them to job sites with crews that had nothing to do with the job whatsoever, nothing. But eventually, the chatter in the A&D community came around that this company, Endurance Floor, I saw this thing at this house, I saw this thing over here. They could probably make something for us on this project, and it just started to morph itself into. By 1992, I had more design work going on like crazy, and of course, that was the golden age of the U.S. economy and people coming in to the United States, and our area was flourishing, with shows like Miami Vice and South Beach and all that. So I was really at the apex perfect time for that. But that being said, any new person in the field should attempt a similar thing. Start practicing small pieces, 18 by 18s, 15 by 15s. Practice whatever it is you want to do, or practice whatever it is you want to show people, and then actually physically show it to them. Because until they touch it, feel it, and look at it, words won't convey the same meaning. It just
Yeah.
won't get them understanding it. And then you'll be the, as Rob always says, you'll be the guy that people call. You'll be the guy in that area geographically, 100 miles, 200 miles, whatever it is. You'll be the guy, and then they'll call you.
So, Jakko, I seen in some of the YouTube videos or what have you that you had students working on that as well. Now,
Yes.
I've been in NWFA classes and we had an expert class where everybody's working together pretty well, but we had one guy that's like, I almost thought at some point he was put there to screw the whole panel up. Like everything he touched, he was destroying. Yeah, and I want to take him outside. It was only a 3-day class. I just want to beat him up. How do you how do you let go?
I can hear you, man. I'm right here. I can, wait till I'm off. Okay.
So how do you let go? How do you trust your work of art in other people's hands?
Some of the works you cannot pass on to others, or cannot do that by others. You have to do that yourself. So I only let them work on things they could not screw up. So
there you go. All right. Well, there's your answer.
So and it was I took the project to a high school here in the Netherlands, where I was in the school building it, and it was not an obligation for the students. If they want to help. If they don't want to help, don't. It's also fine.
Yeah.
And at first it was only sawing. I tried with them because they're very young. These are 14, 15, 16 max. And they are good and no good. But it's the pixel sawing was also really a thing with it, because if you press too hard, you will get all the pixels. They have differences. You get tens of hundreds of millimeters per pixel. You get a difference, and that's on 1 by 1 centimeter is nothing. But on 195,000, they will get a problem.
Yeah.
So I had to figure that out, how to maintain it. So those kind of things, the sawing and stuff, that I did most of like I think I did 90% myself.
Wow.
But they help with the tape from the taking off the pixels, and they made panels. I glued the panels. So it's a kind of it was more that I wanted to show them like you can do so much with your craftsmanship, and they still don't know. Now they have been working on it, like, okay, it's the Nightwatch and whatever, it's from wood. Some of them don't, but now it's getting overseas. Now it's getting into the US. Now they're gonna think, wait up, I've helped with that.
Yeah.
That. So eventually, what they pick up from it, I don't know.
Maybe
but it's also about adventure, because I told that I jumped into an adventure, and I think that I hope to inspire many youth to inspire. So get on your adventure, get out of your house, get off your couch, get out there.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to inspire many, many, many people across the globe. So again, congratulations. I know you won the Floor of the Year for this also. And
I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought the votes were out. I thought for sure it won. So then we'll take that out just in case. But for heaven's sakes, I mean, it has won Floor of the Year.
But I got prizes also, Lenny. Do you need to see them? I'm gonna get them.
There you go.
There you go. Boom. Hey, guys, thank you very much for your time. Again, everybody, if you just donate something to the GoFundMe page would be awesome. Every little bit helps. It's for a great cause, and And it's truly a masterpiece work of art that we'll probably only see once, maybe once in our lifetime we get to see something like this in person and meet the artists. And Lenny, you're a gem. You're the best,
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
Thanks for everything you do, just for this, but also your contributions to the industry and us and what have you. So
I
thank you
appreciate
guys very much. I'll see you guys at the NWFA. Hope everybody else makes it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for everything,
you.
and I'll see you there.
Yes, sir.
All
Take
right,
care.
take it easy. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming on.
This has been another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. Please stay tuned for another episode.